welcome back to the channel again. Today I'm going to take a break from the Audi A4 build and look at installing the new intercooler that I've just purchased. So I've got the front bar off already. That's just 5 T30 screws, 3 other T25 screws on each side, and it just comes off, and then you take off the sensor. So and on stock cars with other bumpers you have to take another 2 or so up more T30 screws underneath, but mine didn't have it. But yeah, so right now I'm just going to line up the intercooler with the bottom bar and try and get it as close as possible to the crash, to just the radiator support. The closer it is, the easier it will be to install the bar back on without cutting the bar out, hopefully. Because again, it is a genuine R32, I don't want to really cut too much off. But yeah, so I'm going to first look at where to mount, and then I'll look at the piping afterwards. So that's all the piping in here. So yeah, see if I can get it mounted on or lined up now and come back. Alrighty, so back with another update. I have mocked up the intercooler, bolted onto the crash bar. I'm looking at mocking the intercooler pipes now. I'm going to remove the stock standard side mount intercooler, and then I think I can mount on the rest of the other piping, so I will have a look at that now. But yeah, so far so good. I've had to trim a bit of the front bar, not too much, because the sides were hitting the front mount. Mine's mounted up a little bit forward because I wanted to use the crash bar to mount it on. That may change in the future, as I might want to see if I can mount it up a little bit better. Right now I'm just trying to mock everything up, get it going, and then fine tune it later on. Okay, so that's how it looks so far. So far so good. Alrighty, back again. Day 2 of trying to get this intercooler on. It looks awesome the way it is right now, but the fitment's just not there. I want to turn around and show you. So the way I've mounted it on originally is just directly on the crash bar, but it actually needs to move in some more. Yeah, so the long piece, intercooler piece, goes to the back pipe, which then leads up to the turbo charge pipe. I'll open up the bonnet later, but it's not perfect fitment, but it reaches it, and that's only because I've extended the pipes a little bit, because I've got some spare intercooler pipes. Now I think what they need you to do is to put this intercooler in closer to the radiator support, so giving it that much more space to reach. And you can see here that the actual bracket, if I move it in more, that's going to actually fit perfectly, and hopefully that's going to give me more space to fit the bumper without cutting too much off, because I really don't want to hack the bumper. So today I'm going to make a bracket. I've got some old aluminium that I'm going to cut today and make 2 10cm by 3cm pieces, and hopefully make up a bracket to connect up to the crash bar. So hopefully that'll work. But in terms of installation, it's actually installed. That's how it looks underneath. Yeah, so and it doesn't actually go through the engine bay at all. So from the cold side it swings around and then up into the engine bay. Okay, and the hot side is on the left side and it goes straight back to the turbo. So that's how it looks like inside. There's a 90-degree bend pipe in here that just clears pretty much everything. Like, I thought it wasn't going to fit, but yeah, you can see that it clears the idle or the pulleys by about, you know, 1 centimeter, 2 centimeter. So I'm gonna have to try and work out a better way of pushing that back in. It's got a map sensor outlet here, which I'm going to wire up to my cluster. First got to figure out how to get power to it, and the rest of the other wires will, or one wire will then just go into the engine bay. So it'll probably go in through, let me see, up there, through into the boost gauge way, and then in through to the cluster. But that's it. So the engine bay remains mostly stockish. I need to, I mean, this came with the kit, so I'm going to change that to a black one if possible. But yeah, it's looking clean, and it actually works. Starts up, no issues. I just want the fitment to be better in terms of moving the intercooler back, so I'll do that now, get the brackets created, and then see if that lines up a little bit better. Alrighty, so I've cut the intercooler pipe down to make some you know, bracket pieces. So I've just drilled out the initial parts, I kind of measured it from the intercooler bung. I'm going to make it so it sticks out a little bit towards the radiator to give it more room. But yeah, someone gave me an idea to do this last night. Again, Mike, full of good ideas. This is just old intercooler pipe that I had, which is aluminium, easy to, strong enough for a bracket, and also versatile enough to just, you know, hammer it and straighten it out. So I'll do that, drill out the bigger hole to fit the M8 bolts, and yeah, go from there. Hopefully I've got enough nuts for it. Alrighty, so that's worked. It's moved my intercooler that much in, just using those brackets I made using intercooler pipes, and that's pretty much it, man. I think I just need to remock everything up again. Might have to jack the car up, but yeah, I'm happy with how it's sitting now. Alrighty guys, so back again. That looks much better now. I've managed to fit the intercooler a little bit more in by creating the bracket, and it gives me a bit more play to move back and forward. The pipe work goes around, cold side goes up the engine bay. It clears everything nicely. I've also just screwed in a T30 screw to hold that pipe work down at the bottom. It's not supporting any weight. The hot side goes back onto the original pipe that goes back to the turbo outlet charge pipe. So that's the hot side, and the good thing is it mounts onto the stock intercooler pipe, and also does away with the pancake pipe. And really, to have this sort of setup, you need slightly more aggressive wheels, so it doesn't rub on the intercooler piping. Now, to fix that, you can just get a small spacer, but otherwise just retain the you might be able to retain the stock pancake pipe and just cut this somewhere here to suit. But all in all, that's in, and it's great fitment so far. Everything lines up like that, doesn't touch anything back here. You know, I can put a finger between the piping and the pulleys. Down below, none of the pipes are hitting anything. Great and it retains stock fitment of the engine base. There's no piping coming across, overlaying anything. The only thing I dislike really a lot is the blue elbow, which I'll get changed. I've got another elbow here. Where is it? Don't know if that's going to fit or not. Can't really be asked doing it right now. I'll show you what it looks like down there. Runs across, see, and then it allows the still allows you to reach in and remove the oil filter. So I'll try and put the front bar back on now, see if I need to modify any of the inside bits. I have cut a bit of the front section to allow the front mount to sit, but hopefully I don't have to cut much more than that. Ho ho ho! Car is done. Put back together again, and yeah, it's finally, after about 6-8 hours or so, it's done. Yeah, that's how she looks. Love it. Big photo. Yeah, so fitment wise, you do need to still cut a bit off the R32 bumper. I cut from the inside here. I shaved off the inner support, but still left the functionality for the covers. The front, I shaved off the sides again so that it doesn't hit the piping and the intercooler, and I did the same for this side. So if you have an R32 bumper, it's a little bit easier to shave. I will say that if you have a Golf GTI bumper, you're probably looking to chop a fair bit off. So I think for memory, you have that much extra room versus the Golf GTI bumpers. So yeah, all in all, the car struggled to start the first time, and that's only because I think there's still it was just trying to learn how much air needs to go in. Ideally, you'd want to run a throttle body learning sequence. But yeah, otherwise it's I think it should start up fine. So next is to test drive it, but you know, it's not going to give you performance, this intercooler. What it will do is to prolong whatever performance you have if you've tuned it. If you're running higher burst, I'm running like 22, 23, and that's pushing the turbo a lot, pushing a lot of hot air across, and it's going to heat up the intercooler quite a bit once you get on the boost a few times. So because of that reason, I've opted to upgrade it to a front mount intercooler. You can upgrade the side mount if you want to for a slightly thicker core, but you know, nothing beats a front mount intercooler. So up to you what you want to do. Yeah, just to close it off, is it DIY friendly? I'm going to say no. You know, it depends if you have the tools, and luckily for me, I had leftover during lockdown. You know, you can't really get stuff from Bunnings, so I've got leftover aluminium, vice grips, different drills, even bought a Dremel for this project, angle grinder obviously to I didn't cut the crash bar. I'm against cutting the crash bar because I want to keep it safe, but I got around it by just using some metal brackets that I cut up. So yeah, all in all, it's running great now. It's I think it's learnt now. EC has learnt its values now to know that it has to push a fair bit more air through to the throttle body. So yeah, Yeah, that looks absolutely sick. Can't complain there. Got the grill to cover most of it. I do actually have another grill for this side. So in my spare box, I think I have. When I bought the bar, the guy gave me 2 out of the 3 grills, and he said he'd send the other grill across, but never did. Oh shit! This is yeah, that'll fit. So if I want to hide the intercooler pipes, which I will, you can just pull this out and hopefully not snap anything along the way. Yeah, that's going to be, so I'll pop that on now and show you what it looks like. Alright, back again, and that's what she looks like with the intercooler covered up. So, yeah, all in all, it's a good, I quite like the kit. A little bit more expensive than the eBay ones, which you can get for like $350, $400. I spent another $150 Australian extra to get it, and yeah, I think it's worth it. So I'll give it a thumbs up, but not until I test drive it. So I'll do that now. Alrighty, so I had to. I'm going for a test drive now, but there was some rubbing in the engine bay, and it ended up being the power steering light. So luckily that's a quick fix for me. Undo the charge pipe and just move it over. So, but right now going for the scary test drive. Never know what you're going to get. I think I've told this story before, but once I was doing a bit of a test drive, and the car came on boost really rapidly and just popped an intercooler pipe somewhere. So so I'm going to try and stay local on my street just in case I need to walk home. About 30 degrees, 28, 30 degrees, 27. You can use VCDS to measure the temperature block. I think it's group 3. Just quickly check that. It's definitely group 3. So the car's warm. If I'm just cruising, it's 31 degrees, no boost, nothing. Haven't gotten on the boost yet, I'm a bit nervous, but yeah, I'll do it now. Try to get on the boost. Okay, the car sounds different. The turbo flutter onto the diverter valve sounds choppier. When I had the stock intercooler, it's the flutter sounds really quick, like like that, but now it's like slowing down a little bit. So anyone who's into that kind of thing, if you like your turbo noises and flutter noises and no diverter valve running, an intercooler will definitely help your cause. I don't mind it if it happens, but I'll keep my diverter valve on. So seems okay. Like I'm gonna try the boost again. Nothing there. Seems okay. This is normally where I get on the boost. Of course, it's all legal. 80 Ks or whatever. 27 degrees. Yeah, intake air is good. There is a slight lag, I want to say. It's like oh man, it's like less than half a second, less than quarter of half a second, but you can feel that that lag. And man, that fucking pull was amazing. Oh man, let's try and get on some boost again. Oh man, so look, closing thoughts. I'll close windows, it's a bit noisy. Intercooler, you know, is it worth it? I would say yes, but only if it's not your first modification. See, there's a slight lag there. I don't mind it. There's my little flutter. Wow, it actually sounds pretty good. Yeah, as I was saying, is it worth it? Yes, but you know, there's plenty of other mods first. Like it cost me 550 Australian dollars to ship it to Australia. Most of the costs, like I think the intercooler kit was only about 180, 200. Most of it's down to shipping. There was a bit of debacle actually. I ordered this 3 months ago. There's a couple of different vendors on AliExpress. Fuck, that sounds amazing, that flutter. But yeah, look, I ordered it. It actually reached Australia, which reached my neighbourhood, and then it was sent away. It was turned around, returned to sender. And then I looked on the address, and you know, whoever shipped it out, or maybe it was a shipping company, I don't know. When they printed it, it was it had some other, you know, business number on there, on the address line. So naturally, when the Australian Post company looks at it, they can't see the proper street address. They can't see their street address, they're just going to turn it around. So look, I can't blame Australian Post or the local post for doing that. But damn, it was really annoying. I was hoping to have it earlier. You know what? It's here now. Can't complain. And yeah, absolutely. So look, I'll you know, it's so far so good. It's holding boost, and you know, it's going to help lower the intake air temperatures. Like it gets down to like 27 degrees, which is acceptable in my books. You want to keep it down. I don't know, the engine's going to get hot, and only hotter. Yeah, loving it. So thanks everyone for watching, and yeah, hope you come back for some more content. There's going to be more content for the GTI. So yeah, I'm happy with the result, and thanks everyone for watching.